Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So I've got something today that's really simple and quick, and I think is going to help a lot of you guys out, especially if you do any kind of automotive stuff, trying to get accessory power that's on a switch, especially if you're working with a GM vehicle. A lot of the Fords as well only have accessory power that's constantly on. The accessory power outlets, like the little cigarette lighter plugs, are always on. And so that can be an issue if you're trying to run something like a dash camera or a radar detector. I've got a radar detector that's going to be showing up here in the next few days that I'm going to get installed in this truck, and I want it on a switched circuit. So I'm going to show you a really fast and easy way to handle that. A lot of guys wind up having to run extra wires, tap into circuits that are switched, and because they don't know about this particular little trick. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is a 2017 Sierra 1500 Denali. This is one of the accessory power outlets in the dash here. You can see it's constantly on. So I've got no key in, ignition's off, like nothing's on, but we have power. So there's a very, very simple 30-second fix for this to turn this into a switched power source. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Let me get the camera set up over here at the fuse panel, and I'll be back with you guys here shortly. All right guys, here we are. So we've got this driver side fuse panel right back here behind this. So I'm going to show you exactly how to get this off on these trucks. Just pull up a little bit here on the bottom, get a little space, get you a little trim tool, pry that up, just get to all the little clips, peel that off. All right, so here's our fuse panel right here, and I'll show you on here. Here's the readout of the fuse panel. So we're looking for 10 and 11 right here. So 10 is APO, accessory power outlet. RAP is retained accessory power, and then we have APO BAT, or battery, so constant battery power. Now this is actually one fuse here in 10 and 11 right here. It just has two different locations that you can put it in. So let me show you that real quick. All right, so here we are. So this 50 amp fuse right here is the one that is for that 10 or 11 location. Now if you notice, there's an extra prong there, and that prong is the switched circuit. So currently, by default, GM has this fuse hovering over the supply and the load leg, right? So the supply is constant and the load is constant. Now, all you have to do is pull this fuse out, move it over one spot so it's on this prong instead, and you'll have switched power at those power outlets. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so if we just take some pliers, we pull this out, okay, and then you'll notice there we have three prongs here, okay. So it was on this one and the middle one, and now we're going to put it on this one and the middle one. So we're going to take this fuse, we're going to put it right back in there on that one. So now, open this up and put our test light on there. You see there's no power. But now, if we take the test light, we turn the key on, put the key in, turn the key on, now we have power. Power on, key off, power off. It's that simple, guys. You just have to move that one little fuse, and you solve all your problems with switched power. At least in these trucks. I don't know how many vehicles have that option. I would imagine a lot of them do, but I don't know that for sure. This is something that I found on this particular vehicle. I was trying to figure out a switched source for my radar detector because I'm going to hardwire it in. I want it to be a nice clean install, and I'll show you guys that when I get there. Once it comes in, I'm going to do a video on that install so you guys can see all that. But that saved me a lot of time, effort, and it'll help me retain the factory harness without having to cut into anything or anything like that. So I was really excited about that. Hope it helps you guys out. All right, y'all. Have a good day.